Hi cryptic queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode, I'll show you what happens on the weekly chart right now. We have an inverted hammer on BTC and on Ethereum, which is a bullish reversal pattern that we have against a support. And on BTC chart, you can see the inverted hammer right here that we have against the support, $18,500. By just going back in time, you can also see how the market gave us inverted hammers before, and the market had the big momentum when everyone thought the market was supposed to not do this. I told everyone it was supposed to do it and it did it, and we have the same potential scenario happening now. This doesn't have to happen right away, but it's always good for us to understand the overall perspective, so on the lower time frames we're able to catch what the market is doing. I will also combine DXY and Ethereum with this. Don't forget, I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you a really simple explanation on how we are using the support with the weekly inverted hammer and see what potentially levels we can reach and why. We're starting off by looking at this beautiful inverted hammer candlestick that you can see in BULLISH against the support. This is really important. You can Google this and just search for it yourself, but you can see that this candlestick is very, very important. And this is actually a candlestick that we have right now on Bitcoin. So we have the inverted hammer. You can see exactly how the candlestick is looking, combine it with what we can see on when we search for it. Okay, so this is very important because we are at a support that we've been at for a long time, and the market hasn't done anything special since the live stream that I did have a couple of hours ago, and I promise you guys that I will give you a update video on what's going on. And the market hasn't done anything on the lower time frame, so we can still see that we are probably within 3 hours closing as a inverted hammer against this support, which means that we are now having a bullish reversal pattern against a support. And what usually happens from a support, we have a bounce back up to higher targets. So we have the confirmation. One, we are at a support. We've been going on against this level for a couple of times. We're closing the weekly with a potential inverted hammer because it is 3 hours left, so we have to wait for the weekly candle to close, of course. But so that is a very big confirmation that we can definitely start to see the market being bullish again and have the market giving us a potential lower high. I got a different levels to see where we potentially can come to, but the first one is obviously the one that I spoke about yesterday and in today's live stream, that we have around $20,500 and $21,000. And when we go down to the lower time frames, we can see how the market is still creating higher lows. So we had the market giving us some fake outs against the support. We tried to break the level, but we're always giving us higher lows. But right now you can see in slow and steady how the market is actually preparing itself to be bullish. That's what I see when we've seen the market try to fake us out so many times and we always hold it, and now we're slow and steady see how the market is giving us potential higher lows. Even if we go down to the lower time frames, this is one of the ugliest charts I have ever seen when it comes to Bitcoin. So I am not doing anything at the moment. I told you this before, but I'm not playing around when the market looks like this, and especially not when we're so close to the new beginning of the week, and a lot of things can obviously happen. It is the first week of the month, so we do have a lot of news coming out when it comes to USD here. But just looking at the market on the lower time frames now is not looking good at all. In the beginning of the week, we can definitely see the market give us some push to the downside, so that is why it's called Trap Monday, because usually we have some fake outs moves happening in the beginning of the week, and if the market pulls back down, we can definitely see the market trying to break the support, and then with high probability we'll see the market have the crazy momentum. And if that's the case, well, then it's obviously the right movements that we do have. So don't be surprised if we could potentially have another retest of the support, maybe try to break it, but then eventually have the market giving us the fake out momentum to the upside, or if we directly are pushing up to these levels. But this is definitely the first level that I'm looking at for the market to create the lower high. I spoke about this before. If we're breaking this this level, then we obviously have to start to look at the left and see what other levels we are looking at. But if we're continuing by looking at the weekly chart, and we do have this inverted hammer, if we go back in time at the beginning of last year, we saw how the market's the same thing that you can see at the moment. We saw the market was bouncing against a support a couple of times. The market gave us one crazy candlestick, but it's still a inverted hammer. We had the second candlestick do the same thing. We had two inverted weekly candlestick, and then you saw the market continue to the upside. I've been giving you these explanations many times. The most important thing to take from this is that the market is actually retesting a very strong Fibonacci level based on whatever high you have. But I mean, the market was screaming we're going to the downside, and we had this previous resistance that we did break above, and you can see the same thing. Market broke above, market pulled back down, and then we had a retest. We had multiple retests of the same resistance, and then you saw the huge drop, the big impulsive move that did happen till we found the support that we have right now again. Impulsive move, pullback, impulsive move, potential pullback now because the market is going sideways, right? So market is following market structure. So this could be where we see the market give us the pullback, potentially then give us the next and last. I do believe that this could be the last impulsive move that we have on BTC. And by following what DXY is doing, I did cover this up in yesterday's video, but I will also do it again. When we're looking at the weekly on DXY, we do have the beginning of a potential pullback right here now. So if we're just combining and just start to think with our brain and how we can combine these two together. If the market on DXY needs to pull back down to create the higher low, because we can all see with our own eyes that the market is in a right? We can potentially have a next higher low on the weekly chart, which means that it looks like we're very bearish, but the market is just giving us a higher low for them potentially continue up to the levels that I spoke about yesterday between 116.410 and 119.600. And this is where we have the last lower high on the 6 monthly chart, which means that this is also a level we can see the market bounce down from because it's a very strong level. And of course, whatever happens around the world is affecting it. But by just following what the market is giving us at the moment, we're still following market structure, and the market is in a uptrend. The market is right now creating a higher high, which means that next potential movement is to create the higher low, and the next potential movement is to create the next higher high. And when we're looking at Ethereum, this is the exact same scenario that we do have. We have this little inverted hammer, which means that it can, with high probability, be where we see the market have the momentum up. This is Fibonacci level based on the last higher low, a lower high with the lower low, which gives us levels between 1,440 and 1,490, $1,500. So this is definitely also a level where we could potentially see the market give us some momentum to only to create. We just might see the market break above it to you know, sometimes when we're reaching these levels, we can have definitely fake outs. It looks like we're breaking it, but then we see the market just reverse the trend and we have the drop. And just by understanding if the market now does this, by just understanding these type of movements, we don't want to be fooled that just because we have some momentum happening on the lower time frames that will continue up forever. Because if we just understand that on the higher time frames, the market just might need to create the lower high, which means on the lower time frames, we will be very, very bullish looking at this right now. But please guys, don't let this fool you. You have to look at the levels where the market is heading to, because if we're just going back in time and see what the market has done before, the market is retesting these levels very, very perfectly, and then you see the break. And the market has been consolidating for a lot of weeks right now. Okay, 2 weeks, but the market, 2 weeks is a long time for the market to do that. So, you know, a lot of people don't have so much patience. There's a lot of people that lose money based of that. But by just understanding the overall perspective, trust me guys, it's gonna save you a lot of money, and it's gonna save you a lot of emotions also. And don't forget that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on BYBIT, up to $4,380 by using the link in the description down below the video, guys. You also have it pinned in the corner. This is, as I always say, one of the platforms that I'm trading on. Love it. You have very low fees while trading. You have everything on the screen that you need for you to be able to set your orders. You see exactly how much you are gaining. You know exactly how much you're willing to lose every time you put a trade. So BYBIT is definitely one of the best platforms that I do use. But it's leverage trading. Always be very careful when it comes to it. If you do not know what leverage trading is, please go into our website Bitcoinsensus.com. We have a tutorial exactly on how to use BYBIT, and you can scroll down. You have a video with Andy, which I'm also gonna give to you at the end of the video so you can look at it. But you can also read the article that we have, leverage trading for beginners. So this is also one of the most important things, that we understand what we're doing while we're trading. Thank you everyone for looking at this video together with me. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live. Tomorrow we'll have a morning live stream. I always have them from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. CET time, that is Swedish time. It's 1 hour before London session, where we always cover what potentially can happen during the day. It's always good to have the overlook. So until we see each other the next time, because I will see you tomorrow, have a great day. I love you. Mwah, Sweden.